Ansh? Absent? Anubhav? Aryan?
Ma'am, present.
Ayushman? Who? Aryan? Okay.
Anubhav.
Ayushman?
Present. I'm Ayushman present.
Okay, beta. Chetna? Absent? Chetna?
Present, ma'am. Ma'am, Chetna present.
Deep?
Present,
Okay,
ma'am.
beta. Deep?
Present, ma'am.
Where are you present, beta? Be visible.
Deep.
Deep, be visible. Yes, now it's okay. Devash? Okay. Devansh? Devansh absent? Devesh?
Present, ma'am.
Absent? Devesh present?
Present, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Harsh?
Present, ma'am.
Janvi?
Present, ma'am. Harsh.
हाँ ओके बेटा. जानवी? कार्तिकेय? मानव? मनीष?
Present,
सिप्टेन?
ma'am.
प्राची?
Ma'am, Manish.
ओके
Prachi present.
ओके. प्रखर?
Present, ma'am.
Done. प्रखर?
Present, ma'am.
ऋषि? ओके. ऋषि?
Present, ma'am.
रुचि?
Present, ma'am.
सक्षम? संकल्प?
Present, ma'am.
सान्या?
Present, ma'am.
सर्वोन्नति? तालिब? शिवम सिंह? श्रेया?
Present, ma'am.
शुभम? सुयश? सुयश विश्नोई? उत्कर्ष? Absent? Tazim? Tazim absent? Uttam?
Present, ma'am.
Okay. Yasharma? Yashika?
Present, ma'am.
Okay, beta. Anybody else whose attendance is left? Might have joined later. That's it. Let's begin. Take out your poem. Manish marked beta. Astha. Marked. Dover Beach. Take out your poem. Dover Beach by Matthew Arnold. Crossing the bar is clear? Shreya. Marked beta. Anubhav. Marked Anubhav. Anybody else? That's it. Maybe start now. So, without taking much time, we can begin. Dover Beach. Crossing the bars was clear? I hope there is no complication, no problems. If you have, next time, whenever you go through that poem, if you have any problem, you can even ask again. Right? Let's begin Dover Beach by Matthew Arnold. May we start now? Dover Beach. Am I audible? Am I audible? Chetna, am I audible, beta?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let's begin. Dover Beach by Matthew Arnold. Dover Beach is a dramatic monologue. First of all, mention. Dover Beach is a dramatic monologue. What is dramatic monologue? That is known to you. Dramatic monologue? When the person speaks in his own mind. Yeah, speaks to oneself. Single speaker. Very good, Sanya. Single speaker. That is dramatic monologue. This Dover Beach was also dramatic monologue. It's a beautiful lyric. And this poem is concerned with the loss of faith. Write down. The theme of this poem is the loss of faith in God and religion. The theme of this poem is loss of faith in God and religion. As the faith declines, what does the poet say? As the faith declines, it results in doubt, confusions, and uncertainties. People remain doubtful. As soon as they lose their faith in God and religion, they remain confused, uncertain, and leave mankind sad. Clear? This loss of faith leaves the mankind sad and dejected. Their poet says, in this world of uncertainty, love is the only way to overcome the misery of human life, to overcome the melancholy and disenchantment in the faithless world. So first theme is clear. The theme of the poem is loss of faith in God and religion. And once the person loses one's faith in God and religion, what is the outcome of it? That they remain confused, doubtful, and uncertain. And then at this utter position, in this turmoil, in the midst of this turmoil, only love can save people. This is the only way to overcome the melancholy and disenchantment. Clear? So now we can go through a short description of this poem. I tell you a short summary and then later on we'll begin interpretation. Let's begin. This poem opens on the description of the scene. The poet is standing at the window and watching out. He's looking through the window and he is describing the beauty of night atmosphere. So this poem begins with a description of the scene, that is the scene of seashore. But later on, as soon as this poem advances, this becomes more reflective and less descriptive. The poet looks through the window of a house on a shingled beach at Dover. Dover, which is situated, mentioned, this Dover beach is situated in England. Dover is situated in England. So the poet looks through the window of a house on the shingled beach at Dover in the moonlight. Moonlight is also very significant here. He describes the scene vividly, beautifully, keenly. He describes this very night scene. He says, the sea is calm, the moon is shining very brightly on the Dover Strait. You will get to know the strait. Strait means narrow body of water. Yeah, there is an English channel. When you go through map, you will find out there's English channel that separates France from England. In between, there at Dover, there is a narrow body of water. This is called strait. So the moon is shining very brightly on the Dover Strait. And then he observes French coast. What does he find there? He observes French coast and he finds this moonlight is becoming dimmer and dimmer, and finally this disappears. Then he sees the cliffs of England, the rocks of England. These are shining brightly in the moonlight, and these are standing very firm and constant by the side of this Dover Strait. The poem advances, and this becomes a symbol of eternal human misery. With this description, he wants to convey a note of a loss of faith. And this loss of faith causes human misery. How? When I will interpret this poem, you will get to know. He has used this very water, this moonlight, as a symbol of faith. Light is flickering and disappears. This is the light of faith. What happened by that time? That is all about scientific inventions that you will get to know later on. So what he says, when he was observing that very seashore in the moonlight, he was hearing the waves. The poet recalls that how once the sea of faith had encircled the whole earth, and sustained all human beings, that had helped all human beings to sustain well. The sea of faith is now receding, is falling. This faith is falling. This faith is also receding. People have lost, gradually losing their faith in God and religion. And there is a sad tone. At this time, you will listen, there is a sad tone. The poet says that the world without faith is like a barren sea coast, like a sandy, barren sea coast. In the absence of faith, life seems to have lost its purpose. The world looks beautiful, but it is deprived of joy. What is the reality of this world? The reality of this world is that only seems beautiful. It is deprived of joy, love, hope, and certainty. There are doubtful situations. People remain confused in this world. There is no joy. There is no love. There is no hope left. The poet feels that only love can come as solace, as comfort to the disenchanted people. That's why he tells his beloved that we should be loyal to each other. We should love each other and we should be loyal to each other, because this world is full of confusion and uncertainties that only seems beautiful. There is no joy, no hope left here. So in the midst of this very turmoil, at least we should be loyal to each other. Clear? So this is a very short summary of the poem. I hope this theme is clear. Theme is clear. Loss of faith in God. And second subsidiary theme is that only love can be as a source of solace to the disenchanted souls. Love is only alternative in this world. Summary clear? Theme clear? Any doubt to anyone? If you have any doubt, you can ask me again. Otherwise, we can begin poem. Any doubt to anyone? I'm sure it's very easy to understand what does he want to convey with this very poem. Through this poem, he only wants to convey this note that the world without faith is just like sandy sea shore, a dreary sandy sea shore, where the people are left in the turmoil, with confusion, with uncertainties, with no hope. Clear? So that is loss of faith. Just because people have lost their faith in God and religion, they have become more logical. And how they had become logical? That was the era of Victorian. Victorian era, the development in the scientific theories, the inventions, the discoveries. Which one? Can you remind? Which theory? Darwin's theory. Do you know Darwin's theory? Science students. This Darwin theory, this had completely transformed the mind of people. Instead of believing in God, because earlier they had a thought that all that happens, the survival of human being and all this evolution, all this happened because God blessed them. It's all about their religion that blessed them, therefore they get everything. Just after this very discovery, this very scientific invention, this evolution, that is a Darwin's theory, that had completely transformed their thinking. They started thinking everything logically. They had lost their faith in God. They had lost their faith in religion. Clear? And that was the time, Industrial Revolution. Yes, people started only emphasizing their material development. They had forgotten their spiritual development. And therefore, this has caused loss in faith and God. Faith in God and religion. And that had caused all the problems. Clear? So that was the time when he had written this poem, that people had lost their faith in God. They are only emphasizing their material gain, their material development. They have become logical, more logical, and therefore they are standing uncertain, doubtful, just because they have lost faith. Clear? So that was the time. And just after his marriage, when he had gone to that very place, he was observing the sea. He was supposed to be with his wife, and then he is telling all this to his wife that come and listen what is happening. With this very sound of ocean, we can listen the sound of misery which has been prevailed in human life. And how far this has been prevailed? Just because people have lost their faith in God and religion. Clear? Shall we start now? Dover Beach. I hope summary is clear to all of you. Any doubt? Maybe start? Let's begin. Dover Beach. First stanza. First stanza is a description of seashore, a natural beauty. What he says? The sea is calm tonight. He describes that sea is very calm, very peaceful tonight. The tide is full. That's a natural beauty. And the tide on the ocean is full. High waves he could observe. So he says the tide is full. The moon lies fair. Underlined lies. Lies means shines. Fair. Fair means brightly. The moon is shining brightly. Where is it shining? Upon the straits. Underline the word straits. That means narrow body of water. Strait means gulf. Gulf you must know. That is a narrow body of water. So there at Dover Beach, there is a narrow body of water. And when you go through map, I have already told you, there's English Channel that separates France from England. So he is standing at Dover Beach. And Dover Beach is situated in England. And there is a narrow body of water. So the moon is shining brightly upon the narrow body of water at Dover. On the French coast, then afterwards he observes the French coast. He looks across the English Channel and then finally he observes the French coast. The light gleams and is gone. The moonlight shines very dimly, dimmer and dimmer, and then finally it's gone. That means it's disappeared. This much clear? First he has described the sea is calm tonight. The tide is full in the ocean. The moon is shining brightly upon the straits, that is narrow body of water. On the French coast, then he observes the French coast and finds the moonlight is shining very dimly, and then becoming dimmer and dimmer and finally disappears. Gleam, shines. Gleams means shines. That shines dimly. Light gleams, very dim shine. Clear? So what he says, when he observes French coast, he finds that the light was shining very dimly and then becoming dimmer and finally disappears. Then he observes cliffs of England. Underline cliffs, rocks. Cliffs means rocks. He observes the rocks of England stand glimmering and vast. See, 3 words he has used here for the rocks of England. Stand. Underline the word stand. This means stand firmly. How far these rocks are standing? These are standing firmly. That's stand firmly. Glimmering. That's shining dimly, but constantly. And vast, very vast. These are extended out in the tranquil bay. These rocks are extended by the side of calm Strait of Dover. It's England. Dover is situated at England. He is standing at Dover Beach. Here, somewhere in the house, he is looking through. There is at Dover Beach. Here. So what he says, that tonight sea is calm, tide is full, moon is shining brightly on the Strait of Dover, at Dover. Then he observes French coast. He finds moonlight shines dimly on the French coast and then soon disappears. He describes later on the cliffs of England. Then he observes the rocks of England. And he says about it that the rocks of England stand firmly, bathed in the moonlight, and they extend up to the calm strait. These are all extended up to the calm strait. strait, that you know, the narrow body of water. These are extended up to the calm strait. They are extended up to the narrow body of water. And how they are extended, how vast they are. How vast means that is all about their extension. These are all extended up to the calm strait, and these are standing very firm. These rocks are standing firm. These are shining dimly but constantly. The light is constant upon these rocks, whereas they are on the French coast. He could see, he could observe that shining which was already dim, that moonlight which was shining dimly, but later on it disappears. It became dimmer and dimmer and disappeared. Clear? Two descriptions clear? Clear better? Difference is clear? French coast, the light was shining dimly, becomes dimmer, and finally disappears. Whereas he says that on the French cliffs, that is the rocks of England, these are standing very firmly and shining dimly but constantly. These are all extended up to the calm strait, up to the calm narrow body of water. These are all extended one, shining dimly but constantly. How far this division is given? The hidden meaning of this description is that there in France, because of this very industrialization and because of these evolutions, these scientific theories, people had become logical, more logical, and they had lost their faith in God and religion. Therefore, that shines dimly and then disappears. That gradually they had lost their faith in God and religion. Therefore, this light of faith that disappeared there. Now, when he talks about England cliffs, he says that these rocks are standing firmly, that people are very firm here. That is, believe in God. Their faith in God, in religion, is firm like these rocks. And this is still shining constantly. This light of faith is still shining constantly here. People have not lost their faith in God. Whereas in France, people had lost their faith. Therefore, this light disappeared. Difference clear? Description clear, children? Any doubt to anyone? Let's continue. Come to the window. Sweet is the night air. Only from the long line of spray where the sea meets the moon-blanched land, listen. You hear the grating roar of pebbles which the waves draw back and flinch at their return up the highest strand. Now he's calling his beloved to join him there at the window and to observe the sweet atmosphere of night. Night air means night atmosphere. Underline night air. Sweet air of night. That is night atmosphere. To observe this beautiful night atmosphere. So he calls her to join him. Come to the window. Sweet is the night air. Only from the long line of spray. Underline long line of spray. This means long line of water. Mention. Long line of spray means long line of water drops that rises up from the sea. That rises up from the sea. You must have seen a foamy line in the ocean when these waves rise up and reach to the shore. You could see the foamy line, white line. So there he is talking about the same white line, same long line of foamy water. So he says, what he says to his beloved. He says to his beloved, come to the window. The night atmosphere is very pleasant. Observe it. A long line of water drops rises up from the sea to touch the land. And what kind of land is this? Description is given. Where the sea meets the moon-blanched land. Underline, moon-blanched, turned white by the moonlight. This land seems white colored. How come? Because this land turned white by moonlight. Because moonlight, this shines brightly upon this very shore. So this complete area seems white colored, turned into white color. So there he is saying, what he says to his beloved, come to the window. The night atmosphere is beautiful. It's very pleasant. Observe it. Look at the long line of water drops that rises up from the sea to touch the land, bathed in the moonlight. That is, bathed in the moonlight. There these water drops rise up from the sea and touch the land. And this land is bathed in the moonlight. Therefore, this seems white colored land. This much clear? This description is clear? What he says? It seems very beautiful. The waves rise from the ocean and touch the shore. The shore seems of white color. And how come white color? Because of moonlight. Clear? Any doubt? And there he asked his beloved. What he asked his beloved? Listen. You hear the grating roar of pebbles which the waves draw back and flinch. Underline the word grating roar. Grating roar means harsh sound. Very harsh sound. Grating roar. And what produces the sound? Pebble. These pebbles produce the sound. And this is grating sound, very harsh sound, which the waves draw back and flinch. Flinch means throw. These pebbles are thrown on the shore by these waves. And that time these pebbles produce grating sound. These waves, they rise up from the ocean, meet the shore, and there by the time these pebbles, which are carried by these pebbles, these waves, these are thrown on the shore by these waves. And by the time when these pebbles strike against the shore, they produce very harsh sound. That is grating sound. And that exactly this poet wants his beloved to listen. This much clear? What he says? Listen, you hear the grating roar of pebbles which the waves draw back and flinch at their return up a high strand. Underline strand. Sandy shore. High strand, sandy shore. Extended, sandy shore. Strand meaning is clear? Begin and cease and then again begin with tremulous credits. Underline tremulous. Tremulous means trembling. Tremulous means trembling. Cadence. Cadence means musical sound. A rhythmic musical sound. Cadence. Written? Cease. Begin and cease. Cease means stop. Cease means stop. Tremulous means trembling. Cadence means musical sound. Eternal, everlasting. Bring the eternal note of sadness in. Eternal means everlasting. Now, what does he say? Listen to this. The description is very clear. What he says to his beloved. Come to the window. The night atmosphere is very pleasant. Observe it. The long line of water drops that rises up from the sea to touch the land, which is bathed